Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, Southwest Suffolk County on Long Island. Your go-to place for everything that you need this coming winter. So make sure you head over to Omni 6317561125. The best prices anywhere. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. Well, got a pretty decent day. We're starting the warming process and making some progress today as we move up through the 30s. There are some clouds out to the west, and some of that is in response to warmer air that is starting to come up on a west and west southwest flow. And that's going to really be the story for the next 3 days as we take the temperatures up a little bit each day. And by the time we get to the end of the week, be in the 50s. And then this weekend, when the new year arrives and we start to deal with some rain, probably be seeing temperatures moving up to near 60 in some places. Meanwhile, as you look over to the left, there is a rather large storm coming into California right now, and they're getting pummeled. Heavy rains from LA, just north of LA, to San Francisco. And that patch of rain has been sitting there pretty much all day long. There's more rain coming into the northwest as well as snow in the mountains in the northern Rockies and down through Nevada and into parts of Utah. Meanwhile, in the east, the radars at midday are nice and quiet for the most part. The uh, big lake effect snow event in western New York and north central New York is easing, although there's still some snow going on parts of north central New York. That is going to be coming to an end very soon. As far as rainfall is concerned for the weekend, we are looking at maybe a half to three quarters of an inch. That pretty much has stayed the same in the forecast the last couple of days. Seeing some bigger amounts over the next 7 days in the Gulf states and the lower Mississippi Valley of several inches, and that extends over eastward to the Florida Panhandle. And then out west in the next week, it's a lot of rain from California on northward, and of course, snow in the mountains and snow in the northern Rockies and down through the Wasatch Range and also in Nevada and down into Arizona. Seeing a lot of precip here that is going to be coming down several to many inches. And in the Sierra Nevadas, we're talking 5 inches or more of rain, which translate at least into 50, 60 inches of snow. Now their turn, also up into the Cascades, seeing some hefty snows. As far as the short range, again, looking at the west, the probability of at least two. A lot of areas seeing 100% probability, but then you look over into the east, and it's a different story. The areas of probability, again, just that one small area in north central New York and a little bit up in northern Maine, where the probability for a couple of inches is up at 50% or higher. And over the next 7 days, it's really going to be in the west, and that's going to continue with high probabilities showing up here in the long range of 50 to 70% and even 70 to 90%, while the east, except for northern Maine, maybe come Sunday into Monday, with a 10 to 30% probability of at least a couple of inches. And then on Tuesday of next week, start to break out maybe a little bit of snow up into the plains, and it's still going on in the west. There isn't really too much happening here as far as major weather here in the eastern part of the United States. As we said, it's all about high pressure, and cold air just goes away uh, everywhere east of the Rockies for the most part for the rest of the week and into the weekend. Got a high offshore. We got a nice west southwest flow that sets up, so we should warm up nicely. And then you see all that moisture breaking out in the Gulf states with the low in northwest Louisiana. It's not a particularly strong system. It's probably going to bring in some rain. It looks like we'll probably see some maybe Saturday night into Sunday. Perhaps it holds off until after the ball drops. Today's GFS is rushing it in a little faster. We also see some rain in the Ohio Valley and in western New York and in north central New York where they had all that snow. Guess what? They're going to get rain there too as this low goes by. And then as we move into next week, it looks quiet to start. Another low comes out of the the Rockies. It heads up into the Western Lakes. That probably means some more rain around, say, late Tuesday or early Wednesday in the new year, and maybe it lasts through Wednesday into early Thursday. So no major storms in sight, no snowstorms in sight for the eastern part of the United States. See how long it's going to take before it changes. Weather in 5 is brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, 631756115, Long Island's largest rock salt source. And the website is omnitruevalue.com. The Joe and Joe Weather Show, which has been on hiatus for the last 4 days, so we took a nice little vacation. Well, it's coming back tonight at 7:35 Eastern Time, so be sure to tune in. We'll go in depth into the long range and see what's going on. Maybe some interesting things start happening after we get past January 6th. We'll see. We'll talk about that tonight at 7:30.